What is up, guys? Phoenix here, and welcome back to what I hope is the final part of our Glamrock Freddy pixel art tutorial. So where we last left off, we were doing some of the eyeliner and the nose and the snout and stuff like that. Now it's time to finish up with the eyebrows and the rest of the eyeball. And I did notice that in the thumbnail there's a bit of an error that I didn't even notice until now. I painted his eyes black, but it's actually he's supposed to have blue eyes, so I'm probably gonna make that correction for you guys at the end of the build, or if you want to just do it the way I did it, it's fine as well. I don't think anybody noticed because I never heard anything from anybody. Anyways, we're gonna go to the left side today, and where we have the 9 flat, we have this single marked off on the second to last block from the right side, and that's gonna be our starting point. What we're gonna do from there is we're gonna go up and to the left 1 single. We're then gonna go up and to the left 3 vertical, so put a placement block on top. 1, 2, 3. Up and to the left 11 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And we're basically just following the shape of this outline right here at a smaller level. So as you can see, it's going to start curving to the right now. So we're going to put our placement block to the top side and go up and to the right 3 vertical. 1, 2, 3. Up and to the right 2 vertical. 1, 2. Up and to the right 4 singles now. So count carefully. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hopefully by now you guys don't really need the placement blocks as much, but it's possible. It's possible. Sorry about that. Just checking my phone. Hopefully it doesn't ring. It's really close to the mic again. I know I can move it, but I'm not going to. From there, we're gonna go up into the right 3 flat. Oh yeah, 3 flat. Sorry. 1, 2, 3. I accidentally read the wrong number, but it's actually the right number. Like I have a 3 flat written next to it right here in my notes, but they are the same number, so it's fine. Lucky me. From there, we're gonna put a placement block to the top or right side of the end and go up into the right 8 flat now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Looking good so far. We're almost at the center point. Placement block underneath, so that way we can go down into the right 3 flat. 1, 2, 3. Down into the right 2 flat. 1, 2. Down into the right 1 single. Down into the right 2 flat again. 1, 2. Down into the right 1 single. And then we can just zoom out so you can see what we have so far. We have this 3, 2, 1, 2, 1 pattern. From here, we're gonna go down into the right 2 flat again. Except instead of just 1 single to follow it up, we're gonna then go down into the right 2 singles now. 1, 2, and we're almost at the center point. All we're going to do from here is go down into the right 2, then 4 flat. So put a placement block at the bottom or right side and count carefully. 1, 2, placement block. Then we're going to go down into the right 4 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoop, I keep deleting the wrong block. And as you can see, where the center isn't really like perfectly centered, but like I said in the original part, that's expected. Everything isn't perfect. It's just supposed to be somewhat in the right spot. Anyway, from that 4 flat, we're then gonna go up into the right 5 singles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Up into the right 2 flat. 1, 2. Up into the right 1 single. Up into the right 2 flat 2 times in a row. 1, 2, that's 1. 1, 2, that's 2. Up into the right 9 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And from that 9 flat, we can start arching it back down towards the cheek over there. So we're gonna put a placement block at the end and go down into the right 2 flat 2 times in a row. 1, 2, that's 1. 1, 2, that's 2. Down into the right 4 singles. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down into the right 2 vertical. 1, 2. Down into the right 3 vertical. 1, 2, 3. And we're really close now, so just count carefully, don't mess this part up. We'll put a placement block underneath and go down into the right 7 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we're gonna be curving back to the left side. So if you were putting your placement block on the right side, you're gonna have to switch to the left. But if you're putting it underneath, you can still keep it underneath. We'll go down into the left 5 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then all we're gonna do to touch the cheek right here is go down into left 2 vertical, 1, 2, and then down into left 1 single. Perfect. So looking at the right hand camera screen, it does look like it's perfectly mimicked the shape of the first layer of eyeliner, or whatever you want to call it. I was gonna do the eyeball next, but I think it'd be easier just to do the eyebrows first and then finish with the eyeballs into the most difficult part. So what we'll do for the eyebrow is we'll go to the left side first, and where we have this top layer of 9 flat right here, we're going to then go to the final block on the right side and put 2 pieces of placement block above it, 1, 2, like so, and then 1 coal above that. Once you have that 1 coal above it, we're going to put 8 pieces of coal to the left side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And as you can see, it's equal in length to pretty much the one that's right below it. We're then going to put a placement block at the left of here and go down into left 4 flat, 1, 2, 3, 4. Down to left 4 flat a second time, 1, 2, 3, 4. Except on the final block right here on the left side, we're then going to go directly above it and put 2 coal on top, 1, 2. That's going to kind of just thicken up the eyebrows for us and give us a double layer. We can then put our placement block on top and go up and to the right 1 single, up and to the right 2 flat 2 times in a row, 1, 2, that's 1, 1, 2, that's 2, up and to the right 3 flat, 1, 2, 3, up and to the right 14 flat, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And it extended a little bit farther past what we have below it, but that's okay. We're gonna bridge back down by putting our placement block underneath on that final block and go down into right 4 vertical, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we're gonna put another placement block underneath so that we can go down into left 2 vertical, 1, 2. And from the bottom block in that 2 vertical, we're just gonna add an extra 5 coal to the left side, hopefully connecting at the diagonal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. So that's the left eyebrow completed. It was very simple to do, and we can go over to the right side and do the same thing. It's pretty much the same shape. I think it's the exact same shape actually, but I'm gonna just go over it just in case, just to be safe. So if we go over to the right side where we have this 12 flat for the right side, what we're gonna do is go to the first block in it, so this one right here, and we're gonna put 3 placement blocks above it, 1, 2, 3. And then 1 coal above that. From that 1 coal, we're going to do exactly what we did to the left side and add 8 to the right side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it should be 9 in total, but it's not equal to this shape because this one's 12, not 9 like the opposite side. But anyways, from this 9 flat we've created now, we can put a placement block to the right side and go down into the right 4 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down into the right 5 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And from the final block in that 5 flat, we're going to put an extra 2 coal on top. 1, 2. We're then going to go to the left side with our bridging and go up into left 1 single. Up into left 2 flat 2 times in a row. 1, 2, that's 1. 1, 2, that's 2. Up into left 3 flat. 1, 2, 3. Up into the left 14 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And from the 14 flat, we're going to put a placement block underneath the final block and go down into left 4 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down into the right 2 vertical. 1, 2. And then from the bottom block in that 2 vertical, we're going to put an extra 4 to the right, which should meet at the diagonal. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. I'm going to give it a quick save. We are pretty much done with the build other than the eyeballs now. So we're going to go right into that and just pop this one out. So I don't have any markers for the eyeballs now that I look at it. But if we fly over to the left side of the nose pretty much where we have this line coming off of it, that'll be a good place to start. Then we come over to the left, we have this 2 flat over here and then this 3 flat. And that 3 flat is what we're going to find. So I'm going to mark it for you guys, hopefully able to see it on the right hand camera screen. And what we're going to do is from that 3 flat, we're going to go to the middle block in it and put 1 coal above it, like so. And that's going to be our starting point. From that middle block, we're going to go up and to the left 2 vertical, 1, 2, up and to the left 8 vertical, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put a placement block on top of that. And from that placement block, we're going to put 3 coal above it, 1, 2, 3, like so, and 1 coal to the right. From that 1 coal to the right, we're going to put an extra block on top of it, so it connects to the 3 vertical above that 1 block basically. And this can split into 2 different directions. Basically, that 1 above we put on that single can split off into part of the eyebrow, and then the top block and the 3 vertical can also split. So I'm going to mark those 2. We're going to be working with the top block and the 3 vertical first, but I want to leave this marker here just so that we can come back to it if we need to. So from that top block into 3 vertical, we're going to go up and to the right 4 singles, 1, 2, 3, 4. We're then going to go up and to the right 3 flat, 1, 2, 3. Up and to the right 8 flat, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. From that end of that 8 flat, we're going to put a placement block underneath it and go down into the right 2 flat 2 times in a row. 1, 2, that's 1, 1, 2, that's 2. Down into the right 2 singles, 1, 2. Down into the right 2 vertical, 1, 2. Down into the right 11 vertical, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then to connect it back towards the snout, we're just going to put a placement block below it and go down into the left 2 vertical 2 times in a row. 1, 2, that's 1, 1, 2, that's 2. Perfect. So that's the complete circle shape of the first eye. Everything we need to do with this eye now is going to be within the inner part of here, so that's pretty good. What we can then do is backtrack to that top block in the 2 vertical we marked and start working with that. So if we come back over here to this top left corner, we can go up into the right 2 singles from it. 1, 2. We're then going to go up into the right 2 flat 2 times in a row. So placement block to the top or right side. 1, 2, that's 1. 1, 2, that's 2. Up into the right 7 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And from that 7 flat, we're going to do 2 things. First, I want to start the pupil basically and go to the final block in that 7 flat and put 2 placement blocks underneath. 1, 2. And then 1 coal below that. And that's going to start the circle of the pupil. We can mark that and come back to it later because we still have to bring this part over. Then the other thing we want to do from the final block in that 7 flat is put a placement block underneath or to the right side so we can go down into the right 3 flat. 1, 2, 3. We then need to bridge this over to the wall, so we're going to go down into the right 2 flat, 1 single, then 2 flat again. So placement block underneath, 1, 2, 1 single, then 2 flat. See, so we have a 2, 1, 2, and then it meets up at the wall. Next thing we want to do now is go back to that single that we had marked, and we can use that to start working on the eyeball. So from there, what we're going to do is we're going to put 4 more coal to the left side of it. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's going to be our starting point. Going to the left side now, we can bridge down from it and go down into the left 3 singles. 1, 2, 3. And then we go back and delete those extra dirt blocks. Down into the left now. 2 vertical. 1, 2. Down into the left 4 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down into the right 2 vertical. 1, 2. Down into the right 2 singles. 1, 2. Down into the right 2 flat. 1, 2. Down into the right 3 flat. 1, 2, 3. And from the 3 flat, what we can do is on this first block basically, or I guess each of these blocks, you can put 2 pieces of placement block above each of them, like so. So that way we can get a mimicking layer basically of 3 flat on top of that. And then we can remove those placement blocks. We're still going to be working with this bottom set of 3 flat. I just wanted to have this top one there waiting. So from this bottom set, we're going to go up into the right 2 flat. 1, 2. Up into the right 3 singles. 1, 2, 3. Up into the right 6 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then to hopefully meet up at this top flat right here and close out the shape, we're then going to put a placement block to the top or left side and go up and to the left 2 vertical, 1, 2, up and to the left 1 single, and then finally up and to the left 2 flat, 1, 2. And as you can see, that closed out the shape by meeting up at the diagonal. So that means we're making pretty good progress so far. Now here's the part where we have to do the inner pupil, or I guess, yeah, the pupil. So we're gonna go to that 3 flat we had on the inner part right here, and it's gonna be very small because it's gonna be within this circle right here. So just keep it small and keep it tight. All we have to do is on this 3 flat on the left side, we're gonna go up and to left 2 singles, 1, 2. Then we're gonna go up and to left 5 vertical, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. From there, we're gonna go up and to the right 2 singles, 1, 2. Except from that top single, so this one right here, we're gonna add an extra 3 coal to the right of it, 1, 2, 3. And then we're gonna go to the second to last block from the right side, so this one right here, and put 1 piece of coal underneath there. Once you've done that, I want you to grab white concrete and add that to your inventory, so that way we can do a little bit of the shading part. And what we're gonna do with that is we're going to go to the this 1 single right here and put 5 pieces of white concrete to the right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then the middle 3 blocks are going to get 1 white concrete above it and below it, like so. And then the middle block in those 3 that we just added are going to get 1 concrete above it and 1 concrete below it, creating this little star shape in his eye. Now we can go back to that single we have right here and go down into the right from it, 3 more singles, 1, 2, 3, like so. And then from this final single right here, we can add an extra coal to the right side. And from that extra coal, we're going to put 1 above it and 3 directly below, 1, 2, 3. Now all we need to do to finish the pupil is to go down into left 2 flat, so we put our placement block underneath, 1, 2, and there we go. We are completely done with the left eye. Now this outer part can be blue and the inner part's going to be black. You're going to notice that in the finished build I accidentally colored this gray and black. This can be blue though. It's supposed to be blue. His eyes are blue. So you can make that change right now, or you can just go with what I did. I don't think anybody cares too much, but I do know some of the hardcore fans are already beating me up for it, so it is what it is. So now we can fly over to the right side of the build, and if you look at the right side of the snout, basically we have this 2 flat in this top right corner right here. Let me just mark it for you to see. And that's where we're going to be using to start for the right pupil or the right eyeball. So we're going to go to the right block in it and put an extra coal there, and then 1 on top of that. Create this little, I guess, pointed shape coming out of it. Alright, so let's get started. First, we're going to put a placement block on top, and we're going to go up and to the left 3 vertical, 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to put a placement block on top of that, and we're not going to be switching directions yet, so it's fine for now, and go up and to the left 4 vertical, 1, 2, 3, 4, up and to the left 3 vertical, 1, 2, 3, up and to the right now, so we're switching directions, but if you have your placement block on top, you can just leave it there. 4 vertical, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me just zoom out so you can see. So that was all going to the left, and then we just switched direction and went back to the right side. And this is when the eyelids kind of split right here, kind of like what we did on the left side. So from the 4 vertical, we're going to go to the second to last block from the top and put 2 coal to the right, 1, 2. We're also going to go to the top block in the 4 vertical and go up into the right 4 single from it. So you can put a placement block there, but if you don't need to, then don't. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then after we have those 4 singles, we're going to go up into the right 2 flat, 1, 2. Up into the right 9 flat, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I forgot to put a marker on this 2 flat over here. The second to last block from the 4 vertical. We can just mark that to come back to later. Kind of like what we did on the left eye. Alright, now that we got that out of the way, we can go back to the 9 flat and continue bringing that back down now. So we're going to put our placement block underneath each time. And we're going to go down into the right 2 flat, 1, 2. Down into the right 5 singles, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then delete that. Down into the right 7 vertical now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then to hopefully meet up with the cheek right here, we're gonna put a placement block underneath and go down into left 4 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down into left 3 vertical. 1, 2, 3. And then down into left 1 single. Perfect. We can then backtrack to the 2 flat that we marked over here on the left side and start bridging the second layer of the eyelid. So the way we're going to do that is remove the placement blocks and then go up into the right 2 flat. 1, 2. Up into the right 1 single. Up into the right 4 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Up into the right 5 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down into the right 3 flat. 1, 2, 3. Down into the right 2 flat. 1, 2. And then finally, to meet up with the wall right here, we're just going to go down into the right 3 singles. So placement block underneath. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. So now we have that second eyelid done. And the final part of the build is just going to be the pupil pretty much. So that's going to be pretty cool. It's going to be kind of the mimic of the left side. We're still going to need to do that thing with the white concrete like we did over there. So just stay focused and you should be good to go. Sorry, I got heartburn. My heart hurts. First thing we're going to do is we're going to go to the... where should we start? Let's go to the 4th vertical we have on the left side over here. So if you go over to the left side of the snout where we built from, we went up 3 vertical, then 4 vertical. So that 4 vertical right here is where we're going to find it. Let me just mark it and zoom out a little bit. And we want to go to the bottom block in there and put 3 placement blocks to the right side. 1, 2, 3, like so. From those 3 placement blocks, we're going to put an extra coal there. And then we're going to add 5 more to the top of it to create a 6 vertical plank. So let's go above it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just like that. We then need to round it to the right side. So we're going to put a placement block on top and go up into the right 2 vertical. 1, 2. Up into the right 2 flat, 2 times in a row. 1, 2, that's 1. 1, 2, that's 2. Up into the right 4 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down into the right 2 flat. 1, 2. Down into the right 1 single. Down into the right 2 vertical. 1, 2. Down into the right 5 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then from that 5 vertical, we need to start curving it back to the left side so it can hook up back where we started. So we're going to put our placement block still underneath, but if you want, you can switch to the left side as well. And we'll go down into 3 vertical. 1, 2, 3. Down into left 2 flat. 1, 2. Down into left 7 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Placement block on the end. And then we're going to start bringing it back up now. And we're going to go up into the left 3 singles, and that should connect at the diagonal. So 1, 2, 3. Perfect. So that closed out the shape. Now we just need to do the inner black coating with the white concrete, and we should be good to go. The perfect place to start for that is going to be at the top of the circle where we have this 2 flat on the left side. Not the left 2 flat, the one that's in between the 4 flat and the other 2. So this one right here. And we want to find the right block in it and put 1 placement block below it and then 1 coal below that. Once you've placed that 1 coal below, we're going to put 3 to the right of it. 1, 2, 3. And this might look very familiar to what we have on the left side because I'm pretty sure I've mimicked this part of the shape for the most part. So what we're going to do is from the second to last block from the right side, we're going to put an extra placement block, extra coal below it. And then from that extra coal, we're going to put 5 concrete or 5 white concrete to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then what we're going to do is find the 3 center blocks and put 1 white concrete above each of them and 1 white concrete below each of them. And then the middle block in those 3 are going to get 1 above it and 1 below, creating the same star shape again. Now what we can do is from that single we put below, we can then go down into the right 2 more singles. 1, 2. Down into the right 2 flat, 1, 2. And then from the right block into 2 flat, we're gonna put another 2 coal below it. Let's put a placement block below that and start curving towards the left side to complete the circular shape. We're gonna go down into left 2 singles, 1, 2. Down into left 3 flat, 1, 2, 3. Up into the left 2 singles, 1, 2. Let's put a placement block on top, and then the final 2 instructions, all we're going to do is go up into the left 5 vertical, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we're going to go up into the right 1 single to lock out the shape. Perfect. So as you can see, that's completed the build. We're going to jump into the finished build, or the colored in build basically, and I'll go over the colors with you guys. Just remember that the eyes, I have them colored gray and black, but the outer part of the eye is supposed to be a blue color. I might try recoloring it for you guys to see, but the finished build isn't recolored, so I'm just going to let you guys know that from now. But hopefully you guys have enjoyed, and pat yourself on the back for making it this far. Oh boy, I've done it again, folks. So you might have been noticing from the thumbnail that his eyes were blue all along, so you're like, why do I keep saying I didn't color it blue? My computer has a filter light over it because my eyes are going bad, so my filter made this blue look black, so I thought I didn't color it correctly. It turns out I did. I'm an idiot. So anyways, we're gonna go over the colors, guys. I have orange terracotta, birch planks, light blue concrete, gray concrete, black concrete, red concrete, white concrete, and then blue concrete. And then you can also grab, let's grab light gray concrete. We're probably only going to be placing like 3 blocks of those, but I just wanted to have them in an inventory just because I'm going to show you where. So first off, from the bottom, I want you to see in the armpit area right here, there's this layer that's going to be empty on both sides in the armpit, so don't color that, just leave it blank. But if we go over to our orange terracotta, we can cover this part of the arm, this part of the chest, and then the other arm as well. Make sure you leave the gap empty for the animatronic, which is going to be black concrete, or the animatronic space, I guess. It's going to be black concrete, and then the shoulder pad's going to be red. Same thing on the opposite side. We have this gap between the shoulder, which is going to be called all black, and then red for the shoulder pad. Then when we reach the center, we can switch over to our birch planks and color the stomach area, excluding this little diamond zigzag shape that we're going to color with light blue concrete. And that kind of does move in towards the chin, where we have this center area right here with light blue as well. Going on to the bow tie, I colored this thing in with black concrete, and I did do a layer of gray at the bottom, which I don't really know if it does anything for the build. If you want to follow and do that as well, just put an entire layer of gray going across the bottom. Don't really know if it did anything. If you guys like it, let me know. Then going on to the bottom of the jaw, we already went over the light blue portion. The left side is going to be birch planks, same with the right side, and then also the snout. And you can also do the inner part of the ear with the birch planks and then just be done with them. Same thing with the right side. We already ironed out the teeth, so you can just fill in each of those with white concrete going across both sides. Make sure you don't miss the little tiny corners right here. Those little tiny triangle shaped ones are still teeth, they're just back row teeth. And then everything behind that's going to be black concrete. Going up into the snout, we already ironed out the shaded part of the nose, so you can just fill that in with the gray concrete, and then the rest of it's going to be black. And then we can move on towards the cheeks. The cheeks are going to be orange terracotta, excluding the zigzag makeup shape, and that's going to be on the right side as well. Rest of the face and the ears are going to be orange terracotta too. Then if you move on to the right ear, we have this little name tag thing in his ear, which is going to be red. I don't really know what it is. I just assume it's like some type of tag he has on him. It's really weird. Moving on to the eyebrows, we have black concrete for both. Then that can be carried on into the hat, excluding the center part of the hat, which is going to be light blue concrete. And then we have the makeup in the face. The inner layer of it is going to be all light blue, and the outer layer is going to be red. And then when we move on to the eyeballs, we have white, and then the eyelids are colored in black. Then we have blue for the pupils, and then the innermost part is going to be black concrete as well. Same thing on the right side. We have white, blue, black. Don't forget the eyelid part right here where the thickened area is going to be black concrete as well. And you should be good to go. Hopefully that was good enough of a description for you guys to follow along. Be sure to pause if you need to. Oh, I forgot. the light gray concrete right here. There's one block on each ear for the animatronic ear part. That's going to be where the light gray comes in. Almost forgot that. You see it's on the left side as well. It's literally one block. But yeah, that's it. Make sure to pause and look at the right hand camera screen if you need help. I'm pretty sure it's easy enough for you guys to follow along with. And pat yourself on the back once again for completing this build. It was very difficult and it took a long time for me to record. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. If you did, be sure to like and subscribe for more pixel art content. As always, this is Phoenix, and I'll see you guys later.